So, the sicko in charge of DC at Warner Brothers is kind of showing some inconsistency here, folks. Welcome back, it's your buddy Orange Hat here to bring you another video, this one on James Gunn and how he claims cameo porn is one of the worst elements of recent superhero films. And he says this now, but he previously praised that Ezra Miller Flash debacle as probably one of the greatest superheroes movies ever made. So another day, another flip-flop from James Gunn, this time as the DC co-head now claims to view the concept of cameo porn as detrimental to modern-day superhero films, despite previously praising The Flash, replete with its abundance of previous DC cinematic characters and disrespectful actor revivals via CGI, as one of the genre's greatest achievements. Gunn offered his latest take on the topic amidst a discussion on the Thread social media site regarding a bevy of DC superheroes confirmed to appear alongside Big Blue in the comic book filmmaker's upcoming Superman legacy, who at current includes the Engineer, Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Metamorpho. Following a confirmation from Gunn at the above roles, as well as David Cornsett as Superman, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Nick Holt as Lex Luthor, and Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, were the only ones to be confirmed thus far at the upcoming Superman film. Not that I'm going to watch it. The director turned studio runner was met with a request excuse me, from ex-user, I'm guessing, or no, maybe not, I don't know. Gage Music X, who asked, "No more, please. We want a Superman movie, LOL." In turn, Gunn pushed back, what single protagonist movie doesn't have more than 10 speaking roles, before confirming there will be more. Attempting to bring clarity to the conversation. Sorry. Stupid ads, folks. James Dwardfrost then informed Gunn, "I think what they're saying is, please, no more superhero cameos setting up a new DC universe in what you've repeatedly said is a standalone Superman movie." To this, the director confirmed, none of these roles is cameos. So if they're not cameos, then that means that this isn't a standalone Superman film, because they have roles that are more than cameo. So if this isn't a standard Superman or a standalone, then he's lying there as well. Soon after its conclusion, the exchange would receive a coverage of the comic book movie in the form of the article headline, "Superman director or legacy director James Gunn defends reboots large cast and says superheroes aren't just cameos." Well, here's the thing. Then you said it was a standalone before, so now it's not a standalone, which itself eventually draws a further response to topic from Gunn himself. Responding to the James Gunn News Thread account sharing of the above article, Gunn asserted the whole point is not a large film. I mean, not in terms of cast. But yet you still said it was a standalone Superman film. It's normal for a single protagonist to have other characters. Much more unusual for them not to. Really? Then why did Superman in the 70s with Christopher Reeve succeed? Why did Supergirl in the 80s succeed? Why did all those superhero movies like Batman 89, Batman Returns, why did they succeed? They had villains. They didn't have other heroes and whatnot. So, yeah, sorry, but James Gunn, you're full of shit. Responding to Gunn's confirmation that Legacy's Superman-powered cast or a superpowered cast would serve as more than simple audience bait, Drizzle Boy declared, finally someone who treats characters more than just having character appear on screen 10 seconds to mark a checkbox. I call it cameo porn, and it has been one of the worst elements of recent superhero films, Gunn opined in reply. If a character is in the film, they should have a reason to be there story-wise. So I'm guessing they're taking shots at Superman or Batman v Superman, where they introduced the characters of the Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. I mean, yes, I can understand that these are cameos, but they were also being used to set up a greater story to be told. And that's just being objective. Elaborating on his take to a fan, Beached Murdoch, who argued that given a cameo would be enjoyable if it serves the plot, Gunn asserted, I don't mind actual cameos. If a glimpse or a moment, an Easter egg, what bothers me is when they mangle an elegant story by shoehorning characters in. They aren't there because the story calls for it, but for some other reason. Offering his final thoughts on a particular discussion to Mufti or whatever, who likewise argued that the concept of cameos was not inherently detrimental in and of itself, Gunn ultimately noted, that's fine with it if it doesn't disrupt the story. It's the plot contrivances that develop from a cameo, not the cameo itself. Man, this guy is everywhere. Like, seriously, everywhere. So, as noted above, Gunn takes in and of itself is not disagreeable. In recent years have seen many fans and creators speaking out against studios' incessant need to stuff their productions in nonsensical and empty cameos in order to trick audiences into seeing their film. The Marvels, or cough cough, the Marvels. The fact that it comes from the same man who roughly 1 year ago offered up Scarlet Speedler's solo disaster, which literally did everything the DC studio head is now complaining about as a pinnacle of the superhero genre, brings into question the very reputation of the silver-haired man who uttered it. Speaking to Deadline during January press events regarding his upcoming plans for DC's future, Gunn outright asserted that The Flash, the same film that opened with flashes of Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, Wonder Woman, and Batman, used Man of Steel's antagonist as its own, brought back Michael Keaton's Caped Crusader, used CGI to parade around likenesses of late actors George Reeve, Christopher Reeve, Adam West, Cesar Romero for cheap memberberry points, replaced Nick Cage confirmed shot on set appearance with a digital doppelganger, and closed out on a guest spot from George Clooney's own take of The Dark Knight is probably one of the greatest superheroes, or as one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. As of writing, Gunn's Superman Legacy is currently set to make landfall July 2025. So yeah, it seems that James Gunn is rather inconsistent with his praising. I mean, when it comes to trying to satisfy everyone, you end up satisfying no one because you prove yourself a liar and inconsistent. And that is what people have a problem. Me, I personally don't like James Gunn because of his life choices and how he likes kids a little too much. And how he throws themes or parties in which the theme is about people who like to do heinous things to kids. So, yeah, I'm sorry that people think that James Gunn's stuff is any good. I mean, sure, maybe from an objective point of view, his movies have quality. However, the man himself is a degenerate, and I'm sorry, but when you think about the stuff that he is into, I don't think that somebody like that deserves any sort of support. I would rather not have any films done by the man than have him celebrated so he can feed his disgusting habit with the money that he makes from it. But anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Stay tuned for later. I got a movie or a video coming out on Mark Hamill and how he is completely lost the plot in the sense of constitutionality. But until then, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay humble.